What it is, good people? It's your boy, the minister, the reverend, the chaplain, Jay Whitfield Inspires, coming back at you once again with another video. Now, I'm not looking like a bank robber or something, but it's cold. I'm in the hospital, man. You know what I'm saying? Doing my thing. But anyway, better get right into it. Y'all know I got my notes written down, so I'm going to be looking down back and forth and all that good stuff. If you need a one-on-one session with me, you know what to do. Hit the description, the link in the description. But anyway, today we're talking about Virgo men dating women with kids. Do they date women with kids? Do they like women with kids? Do they even care if they got kids? What are their thoughts? And again, this is a general synopsis of my understanding of the situation. You know, so it could be a little touchy for some, but we're going to get into it so you can have the best information possible. To answer the question, yes, Virgo men do date women with kids. You know what I'm saying? A lot of this also depends on the Virgo's age, the man's age. You know, the younger he is, the less likely he is to date the one who has children, one or more children. The older he is, the more likely he is. That's just kind of life. That's kind of how it is. But overall, what is their overall view on children? The good thing for y'all who got children is the Virgo men love kids. You know what I'm saying? You got some men out there don't like kids. Now, they're just generally now. You got some who don't. But generally, Virgo men love kids. So if you got children, that's a good thing if you do kids. They love kids because Virgos are loving heart. They like to teach. They like to teach. You know, Virgos, the helper of the zodiac. So that's what they like to do. They like to be the leader. And, you know what I'm saying? They like to give their wisdom to the next person, the next generation, whatever the case may be. And they tend to fall in love with children, you know, and children tend to fall in love with them, and they carry close bonds. That's what everybody do, Virgo. However, you need to know what you get into. So, for him to date you seriously, he gonna need to know some things. He gonna need to know your situation, your kids, how it came about. You know, if you got multiple children, he need to know, are they from the same father? What was the situation? What's going on in that situation? Because Virgos don't know, so they want to know everything. Because these guys, you gotta understand, they are perfectionists and they are picky. So they like to know every single thing that's going on. They gotta know your situation because they gotta know what they are getting into. You also have to understand, and a lot of these things I'm saying, it's going to apply to many men. You know, once he comfortable with your situation, it's a go. You know, if he hear your situation and be like, you know what, I can understand that, I can see that, because you got to understand, you know, it is what it is. You know, dating someone with kids, you just have to know. You know, he have to know. But yeah, they gonna want to know how many baby fathers they have, what are their ages, you know, what was your age when you had the children, your situation, your baby's father's situation. You want to know all that, because all this is very important if you want to seriously get with a woman who has children. You have to know, you know, because the children are going to be a part of her life. They are a part of her life. You can't date her without her children. It don't make no sense. So you need to know, you know, this don't mean that you go around telling every guy your business and this and that, but I'm telling you, if you're serious with him, you know what I'm saying, y'all getting there, he need to know, you know. Another thing, I would say most Virgo men prefer a woman that has no children, like most men, because Virgo, they're all about legacy. They don't want to leave their own legacy. They gonna want to start their own family and this and that, their own seed. They want to impart their wisdom on their own seed and this and that. It's very important for most men. It's very important for most men, you know. So some may decline not to date women with children because of that reason. Also, they're gonna want to know, what can they do? Can they discipline their children? You know, can they teach them? Will they follow their lead? You know, what's their place in the kids' lives? Because this is very important for most men, that he be the head of his household, right? But again, they love kids. Also, he want to know, do you want more children? You know, if he has no children, most likely he's gonna want his own children. And if you have multiple children, a lot of women I meet, they don't want any more who have children. I can understand it, but you know, you are limiting, you know, your choices potential. And you just have to find a man who already has children, who don't want no more. They out there. But you know, this is gonna be a big determining factor. If he likes you, you have children, do you want more children? And if you don't, it's gonna be a no-go, because most men are gonna want their children, or at least to, you know, see his legacy carry on. Also, if he has no children, him having a child is a very big deal for him. And so he gonna want that experience of having his first child. You know, you already had that experience and this and that, so you kind of know how to go through it. But on the flip side, it is kind of good that you had that experience because you know how to get through it. So you have a child or children, so you know how to get through it. He doesn't know how to get through it, so it will be a big help to him, because if you don't have kids, you don't have kids. You don't know. And he may be an uncle like me. I don't have no children, but I'm an uncle. You know what I'm saying? But I have dated women with children. When I was younger, I'm in my 30s. I'm 36. When I was young, I was like, oh, I've never dated a woman with children. Da 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 da. But I was in my 20s. I was in my early 20s. I had nothing but the world in front of me. You know what I'm saying? Women lined up and this and that. But in my older years, I guess, older years, I understand now. I understand that. And I ain't gonna say it's cool, but I've dated women with children, and it was cool. But what I look for, I look to see what type of mother she is. I look at her. I listen to her situation. How did she get the child? What was her decision making? And some people say you don't need to know all that. I do need to know all that because I'm involved in your life. I'm getting into your life. I need to know this stuff. I need to know what the situation is. So if you don't want to tell me your situation and what happened, like, that's not how much you expect him to do, and especially gonna be like the provider and this and that, and all that good stuff. This man he gonna have to lead the household, But anyway, I'm like, okay, what's your situation? What was going on? How did you feel? I want to know it all respectfully. Now, it's not. I don't want to know it all to judge you, like to wag my finger, but to know, okay, because any woman I dated, kids or not, I need to know her decision making, and people. I don't want to say kids are a mistake, but people, have situations, make mistakes, or whatever the case may be. Whatever the case may be, I need to know what was decision making. I know. I dated a girl who had two or three children. You know what I'm saying? And her situation, she told me her situation, I understood. I like, yo, I get it. And she was a lovely, 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 lovely woman. I mean, beautiful. And on the flip side, a lot of women who have children, they do be very loving, very motherly, obviously. And I like to see it. So the girl I dated who had multiple children, it was cool though. You know what I'm saying? No lie, it was kind of cool. I didn't think I was gonna like being around her like that, but I tried it out. I ain't lie, I like being, I don't know, like uncle, stepdaddy. I don't know, y'all, but it wasn't as bad as I thought. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Her kid was very well disciplined, very well groomed, very well put together. I saw through her children, I saw the type of person, the type of woman she was, or she is. It was nothing she won't do for her children. All this stuff plays a role, because he gonna look at how you treat your children, just like you look at how if a man has children, how you look at how he treats his children's mother. Does he take care of his kids? You want to know all that, because ultimately it's gonna bleed off. You want to know this stuff is important. Because the same thing you would do if a guy has children, that's the same thing he'd do. It's basic stuff, what I'm saying. But he gonna want to know all this if you're gonna date him seriously. But you gotta understand, if he doesn't have children, this can be a lot for him. Something he's got to think. Even if he likes you, like head over heels, men loves you. For some men, it makes a lot for them because they don't know they have been in that situation, and it's not a disrespectful thing. If it's something he can't handle, he'll probably respectfully tell you that he can't handle. He's not gonna beat you up over the head. You this, you that. I mean, some guys will, but he'll probably respectfully look. I thought I can do it, but I can't do it. It's too much for me. It's a situation I'm not ready for. Some guys don't know, and you have to respect that. You know what I'm saying? Because although he may like you, and like I said, he may feel like he can do it, he may find out that he can't do it, or he may find like the burden's too much for him, or he's not ready, he's not prepared. And it doesn't mean he's a weak man. It just means that he's not there, or he would have to do it on his own. And you have to give some guys that grace. Yeah. So also, like I said, his age does matter. Older men typically will be more open to that because they're a little more established in life. They're a little more, they have a little more wisdom to impart, and they can handle the situation like that a little more. And plus, it doesn't, for a lot of older men, I ain't gonna say all, but for a lot, it doesn't bother them as much if a woman has children because, the older you get, chances are a woman's gonna have some children. The older they get, that's just what it is. Especially women in their 30s, and up. Women in their 20s, as many they don't have, but some do. But you have to look at the situation. But there's a lot of mixed feelings out there. Like I said, we grow up with a certain perception about women who have children and things like that. But when you get out in the real world, and you start living life for yourself, you start meeting women. Some women have children, some women don't. Meet some good women, man. Some great women. I mean, some great women. who have children, multiple children, one or more, and it doesn't, I never look at them negatively or anything like that. I just have to assess the situation based on what I want to do. But like I said, a lot of men, I would say most men do want their own legacy. But if you're a good woman is a good woman. I'm telling you, that's just what it is. And if you're a good woman, the right guy will find you. You just need to know, no matter what the guy is, his status or whatever, he gonna want to know your situation, and you need to be upfront with him. If you want this man to be upfront with you, if you want this man to come to your life and be a real man, this and that, he gonna have to father those children. He gonna have to take care of those children. You need to be upfront with him. Just tell him the truth. Like, look, this is what it was. This is what's going on, and based on that, he can make a decision if he want to or not. And that's just what it is. So it's not a bad thing, But you rather be upfront and real with somebody. Because the woman who had multiple children, she was upfront with me. She was like, "This is my situation. This is what happened. This is what it is." I respected that. We just have a good time, like for real. I mean, we just have a good time. The girl's beautiful. I'm like, girl, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, so another question is, if he may already have kids, what about that? I may have to do a separate video on that, because dating Virgo men who got kids already, but just briefly, some Virgo men who already have kids, they may be very open to dating women with children because they already been through it. They already know what's up, and they may not want no more of themselves, and so they may be a little tired of it. Also, if he already got kids, he may not, like I said, he may not want no more because he got to start all over. It's a lot. It's a lot going on. It's a whole lot. But yeah, so just think about these things. That I said about, if you have children, you want to date a Virgo man, you gotta understand that, he's very picky. He gonna want to know your situation. He gonna want to get into your business. So you go ahead and get that in your head. He gonna want to get into your business. So you might as well be open, because if you don't, he ain't gonna never date you. And it's gonna take him a little longer to make decisions. But you might have to straight out ask him, does me having children bother you? Is there something for you? Is there something you can or can't do? You just need to know, so you won't waste your time. You know what I'm saying? This and that. And but I don't want to say it's not a bad thing, it's not a good thing. It's just a situation that that women children face, But you just gotta know that. Be real with them. But you're beautiful, you're a good person. Doesn't mean you're a bad person. It just means you gotta find the right guy that's for you, and they are out there. Trust and believe, because some of y'all women got kids. Y'all some beautiful women out here. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, hey girl, what's going on? So we in a new day and age. But yeah, just make the best decision for you. But we don't look at you negatively. All right? Need a private session? Holla at your boy. Holla at me.